Students woke up and they grabbed their backpacks and they headed for class. And soon the day took a dark turn, with students and faculty barricading themselves in classrooms and dormitories, confused, terrified, and deeply worried. By the end of the morning, it was the worst day of violence on a college campus in American history.
As the unimaginable tragedy unfolded at Virginia Tech, we talked of nothing else.
She told me she had lost one of her friends and she had been crying all day. There is no safe place, Ben, she said over and over. I love Blacksburg, but there is no safe place.
All of the deceased have been transported to the medical examiner's office in Roanoke for examination and identification.
This is a day of mourning for the Virginia Tech community, and it is a day of sadness for our entire nation.
When something truly evil has happened, I think you have to reach out to the families and the individuals that are involved. I do think it's important to look at the context. Virginia Tech, like many campuses, was supposedly a gun-free zone.
We've come to express our sympathy. In this time of anguish, I hope you know that people all over this country are thinking about you.
Virginia Tech is just the latest in a long list of mass shootings in this country. Do you think these things are happening because there are too many guns in the United States?
It's clear to me that what we're doing now is not working. It's too easy to get too high-powered weaponry too easily in this country. It's been 8 years since Columbine. We've done nothing as a country. It's been 6 months since the Amish school shootings. We've done nothing as a country. We need to be asking our elected officials what they can do to prevent people from getting these kind of high-powered weapons.
I think everybody, like Linus, goes to their blanket. Everybody has a comfort salt lick. Everybody's scared. I think the only thing we share at this point is sort of looking around and saying, what in the hell is happening to this world? And everybody seeks out whatever belief they have.
I cannot begin to convey my own personal sense of loss over this senseless and incomprehensible, heinous act.
But maybe, just maybe, the horror of what happened to Virginia Tech will wake us up. The idea that terrorism is absent from American life is a cruel fraud. Where there are sick people and easy access to guns, there will be terror. I totally understand the love of guns, but maybe it's time to rethink this whole gun culture in America. Maybe it's past time.
I'm not for overturning the Constitution, but the guy said within 10 minutes he was able to sell this kid, as sick, as deluded as he is, a gun. I can't get a Starbucks in 10 minutes, and we got to figure out some mid-ground here where everybody gives a little, or we're going to have to ante up with 32 student lives every couple years or so.
This time, public officials reacted with what seemed to be despair, even resignation. Despair that no one seems to know what to do, resignation that these things are going to happen from time to time as long as guns are available to the mentally deranged.
Across the town of Blacksburg and in towns all across America, houses of worship from every faith have opened their doors and have lifted you up in prayer. People who have never met you are praying for you. They're praying for your friends who have fallen and who are injured. There's a power in these prayers, real power. In times like this, we can find comfort in the grace and guidance of a loving God. As the scriptures tells us, don't be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And on this terrible day of mourning, it's hard to imagine that time will come when life at Virginia Tech will return to normal, but such a day will come. And when it does, you will always remember the friends and teachers who were lost yesterday, and the time you shared with them, and the lives that they hope to lead. May God bless you. May God bless and keep the souls of the lost. And may his love touch all those who suffer in grief.